Now at 8:30, a woman is critically injured in a Lexington car crash. A full report next.
We're learning new details in a deadly plane crash in western Kentucky. Why an aviation expert says the survivor is lucky to be alive.
And dozens of people were forced out of their apartments after a fire in Frankfort. We speak to one woman who lost her home.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us on this Sunday. I'm Whitney Wetzel.
And I'm Sean Moody on just a rainy, breezy Sunday morning.
Yeah, it's not so great, but we're not just, it's kind of spring-like, I would say right now, but that is going to change very soon.
Don't get used to that. Let's check in with Mike Linden over in the First Alert Weather Center. How's it look?
That's right, Sean and Whitney. That feeling of spring slowly diminishing as a cold front continues its track across the Commonwealth. And behind that front, much colder, drier air that's going to settle in and hang with us for the next few days. We take a look at the past 12 hours, and we were just inundated by wet weather. So those roads still soggy this morning. Not only the major roadways, but especially the local roads. Just take it easy early this morning. We had plenty of accidents across Kentucky yesterday, so be safe on those wet roads. But temperature-wise, we are already cooling down, and fast at that. Eastern Kentucky still holding on, but look at Jefferson County in the upper 40s. Most spots will continue the descent today. And coming up, I'll show you how cold we'll get into the middle of the work week. That's all coming up in about 10 minutes.
All right, Mike, thanks. We're tracking a crash this morning in Lexington that's left a woman in the hospital with serious injuries.
It happened last night at the intersection of Winchester Road and Strader Drive. WKYT's Hillary Thornton is at UK Hospital with the latest. Hillary?
Good morning, Sean and Whitney. That woman is in critical condition here at University of Kentucky Hospital after police say she was hit by an SUV while trying to cross Winchester Road. The crash happened at the intersection of Winchester Road and Strader Drive around 6 o'clock last night. We are told crews rushed her to the hospital with a life-threatening head injury.
Unfortunately, we get several calls here of pedestrians being struck by vehicles. The Sportsman's Motel is right across the street, and so it's pretty common for people to try to cross at this location.
Police did have to shut down Winchester Road for several hours as they investigated that crash. That roadway has since been reopened. Reporting live in Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Hillary, thank you. A family vacation turned tragic for an Illinois family on Friday, and this morning we're learning new details about their plane that crashed in western Kentucky. That plane crashed Friday night around 7 o'clock in Lyon County. Only one person survived. 7-year-old Sailor Gutzler walked away from that crash with only minor injuries. CBS's Omar Villafranca has more from the man who found her and where the investigation stands.
After surviving the crash of her family's small plane, 7-year-old Sailor Gutzler walked nearly a mile through dense Kentucky woods to the door of Larry Wilkins.
A little girl about 7, 8 years old was standing there. She had blood on her face. She said, "Mom and Dad are dead. We had a plane crash, and the plane's upside down."
It was cold, dark, and rainy. Wilkins says the little girl was crying, wearing no shoes and only light summer clothes.
She was barefooted, by the way. She had one sock on her feet, and she walked all that distance barefooted. She's a brave little girl, extremely. She done a hell of a job as far as I'm concerned.
Sailor's family was flying home from vacation in Key West, Florida to Mount Vernon, Illinois in a twin-engine Piper similar to this one. This family photo was snapped aboard the plane last week. The father and pilot, 48-year-old Marty Gutzler, reported engine trouble right before the plane crashed, just 4 miles from a small airport in Lyon County, Kentucky. The crash killed Gutzler, his wife Kimberly, Sailor's 9-year-old sister Piper, and 14-year-old cousin Sierra Wilder. Sailor, the lone survivor, suffered a broken wrist and some cuts and scratches.
I just pray for her. She's going to need a lot of help, a lot of help.
The cause of the crash is under investigation. Omar Villafranca, CBS News.
The National Transportation Safety Board will begin their investigation at the crash site today. Yesterday, police had to cancel their search because of bad weather. WKYT sat down with the pilot and former flight instructor. He says once the NTSB completes the investigation, we'll have a much better idea of how this little girl survived and what happened to the airplane.
She was well taken care of by the good Lord, I say. And some of the clothes that they had with them piled up around her that would have helped cushion the impact and saved her life, possibly. It's hard to know right now until the investigators finish inventorying the wreck and what all was in the airplane and how much it weighed and so forth and so on.
The pilot told controllers he was diverting to the Kentucky Dam State Park Airport. There were low clouds in the area at the time of the crash. The crash site is less than 10 miles away from the airport.
Dozens of people in Franklin County are without a home this weekend after a fire damaged their apartment complex. The fire started inside of an apartment on Thistlewood Avenue in Frankfort around 8:30 Friday night. A man who lives nearby shot some video of the scene on his cell phone, and this is it that you can see right there. Alina Lauren lived there, and she says that she and her 2-month-old baby were trapped by flames, but the baby's father helped them to get to safety.
You know, next thing you know, we just hear a big thunder, and then everything just started, you know, exploding and everything.
Lauren says she's staying with other family members right now. Her baby's father is recovering from some burns, but he is expected to be okay. Friends and family of a Grayson County firefighter gathered to say goodbye to her. Jessica Logsden died last week after she lost control of her car and ran into a tree. The 27-year-old started the department's first K-9 unit. The fire department held funeral services yesterday, and emergency responders and K-9 units from across the country gathered to pay their respects. Friends say it was the love she shared that they'll remember most.
I'll always be grateful for her. I'm always going to be happy that I got to know her, and she was the closest thing to a sister I had.
Logsden's dog Carmen went to the funeral as well.
A Madison County business forced to close up shop after a fire has reopened. The fire damaged part of Janet Roberts' business back in November. Roberts told us there was severe smoke and water damage to the auction house. She's hoping to make up for a lost business during the holiday months.
I just hope after 8 weeks everybody's not forgot about us. Anything anybody wants to bring, we'll sell it.
She says she believes a space heater was the cause of that fire. Good to see things kind of getting back to business there.